Final game, guys. Game 3. And, ban-wise, we sticked with the same things by R7. Nothing changed. Still banning Gnar, still banning Skarner, and now they added the Orion into the pool. So this is different. They found that this pick was a little too good, which, lo and behold, yeah, was pretty obvious. It was gonna be annoying. Like, if you're banning Syndra and then Ori's left up, and you have to play an AP mid, yeah, it's gonna be pretty annoying.
Aurora is
So they've been first picking Cassante. It's been whatever. It's like whatever.
there. I'm not a big fan of the Cassante.
What
first
is
pick.
their
I don't think
priority
Aurora's
settled
gonna
at?
need to go for it here, so I think you're fine. The Syndra left open. They're gonna try to take that for Kana. Easy blind pick in the mid lane, a ton of pressure, sets up well for any sort of jungler. This is kind of like an all-rounder in the mid lane, and a great first pick here for 7.
I mean, again, it syncs up with a lot of junglers in the patch as well. They're talking about the J4 on that desk, but
That makes way more sense. I'm like, you don't one pick Syndra. Like, I feel like there's too much shit that can actually like ruin her game a bit, especially inside. That there's no point. And Renekton right now should be the king. Like, low-key, like when you think about the champions, like even with Jack's buffs, like Renekton didn't receive nerfs. Like, if anything, he's a benefit to the fact that Rumble got nerfed more. So like he's big chillin'.
B1, I thought I'd only see it from LPL teams coming into the tournament. Nah, 7.
So what do they want to respond with? Based on this series, I mean, for sure his Jarvan was good. And playing picks like that for River seems best. But you can't just take Jarvan here. So, like, I feel like their bot lane has been so bad. They need just, like, a very standard, solid bot lane. Honestly. And they don't have enough picks to drop top either, so it's like, you could do top and AD. You really could. Top and AD.
That was strong.
But it's also a takeaway from Sniper. This has been his most played. It's been the pick that he's heavily relied on alongside the Cassante domestically. So now taking that away.
That would be sick. Might play it.
That would be sick.
I would just pick the Jax. Honestly, even if it's not actually like an insane matchup into Renekton, I would just take it just for comfort. But they take Cassante. It's not like his Cassante's been awful. It's just both early games, crash, bounce back, frozen on, no help, down CS, had good impact in fights, to be honest. He actually had some pretty good impact in fights. And that's what they're relying on. It's been a slug match around mid lane, so I guess that's what they're depending on. Yeah, this makes the most sense, because if they want to play Jarvan, like, they can take it later. Now, will R7 take it and then take their mid laner and then drop their duo and pick their duo at 4-5, which is very doable, especially because it's Jinx? Yeah, they could do that.
As long as you can keep Tomo safe, he's going to perform for you. It's just a case of how
they actually might do that. We'll see.
Again, they changed up the comp last game and I felt like it threw through a loop.
I think there is now windows of opportunity to go for something like a Poppy for River in the jungle.
Really?
Say, look, most of the stuff that you want to pair with
really? Lucian Nami? They instantly took Nautilus into this. Sure. Why not? I'm surprised they took Lucian Nami straight up, though. Like, you do need to take, like, I do believe you need to take your AD and support together, but I don't know. I feel like they could have dropped and just taken their jungle and just ran with it. Like, Jinx Thresh is like whatever. Like, she's already gonna have some issues. So what do they need to ban? I mean, yeah, they banned Jarvan. I really think they should have picked that. That would have been way better. I think they need to ban... They need to ban APs, but what's like a good AP jungler? I mean, Brand is like the most obvious thing.
A stronger dynamic in that mid lane as well, because you can start to ban away some of the picks that may threaten you in the mid lane.
Well, like I
It's the same case where I feel like Maokai and Sejuani have good play into Lucian Nami. And the Yasuo, sure. I mean, it's like a specific ban into Quid, so they can play their APs. And they're gonna play an AP. Well, they don't have to either, technically. No, they do. Because they're playing Lucian Nami with Renekton, they need something that actually can go in or do something in jungle, so it needs to be ban the Nocturne. I feel like Nocturne doesn't matter as much in this game. But sure. Yeah, I mean, this makes sense to me. That makes... Oh no, why?
I think the base AD changes as well, people got excited about.
I don't know why he just picked Viego, but sure. Okay, whatever. I feel like that's just a bad pick.
And then you can still go for LeBlanc Lee Sin. The only issue I see with that comp is, can you kill
Blind pick
later?
LeBlanc.
So this is kind of where I was
Blind pick LeBlanc with the
Syndra
Syndra ban.
We're going to kill Jinx in the fight pass, and they want that backline access. Rex, I can look for the dive if you can land Voidseeker, but that is very difficult when there's this many just tank members in front of bodies.
And this would just be a full mid-game comp anyway. Cyclone still a value.
Wukong. So they're going with a Wukong. I guess. It's okay. Sure.
So, Ori sets up for mid-jungle, and R7 want to try and skirmish this to the
So, if we're blind picking LeBlanc, the most obvious thing to pick is Lissandra. I mean, Lissandra is also pretty ideal into this. It's not like you're like overlapping on Cleanse, so that's also really good. Liz is a good pick. Play is not the best into this. Playable, but not the best. Azir, he got nerfs, and the nerfs suck. It's also not the greatest matchup either, but you can play it. It's just not as... It's not as good. What else is there? This might be it. Like, in terms of like what you just want to randomly pull out. I mean, obviously people have played like Veigar, right? Like, people have played Veigar. And to a degree, you could play the Corkster. But the only problem is that, like, you have triple AD, so it's like, that's out of the question. So you can't play, like, the Corkster. So it's like, these are, like, the picks that come to mind. And it's not the worst.
Death. Well, 100 thieves, good scaling elements. Let's see where it goes. Like, within the 8 damage here for quit. Aurora 5 thoughts.
I think Ari. I think Ari is fine. You don't get out of the lane to
Ari is not a fun lane to play. Vex is like, it's common. It's definitely like a doable counter pick, but the reason why people always like avoid Vex is because she just it just never works, especially in pro play. Like, you fall apart, you don't do enough damage, and then you're playing Vex. So, and Ori, like, Lissandra got like a lot of, like, maybe not a lot, but like got very solid buffs, and they toned her down a little bit, but it's still fine.
Yeah, R7 look at the trajectory. What a surprise, again, that used 16th championship earlier on. Yeah, the domestic heroes represent the best.
They're gonna lane swap.
And now, try to show they're better than Winter Thieves, but Winter Thieves, going back to what has been a bit of an LCS special with the lane swap, hasn't been red just yet. So it looks like this is going to be Winter Thieves trying to see if they can find that early. Just take a step back for Somo, then get some levels under himself before they start trying to operate into hitting special.
So, I'm curious how they're doing this, because they're keeping Cassante bot, I guess, to help defend the camps. The Nami is not checking the camps. The Cassante cannot hit level 2. They fast push top 2 waves, so Nautilus is gonna base with level 2 to go bot. So he can be here on the dive, level 2. The Wukong is moving over to look for the dive as well. I mean, if he dies, it's because they're, like, 100s are idiots. That was close. I need to see how they do this. Oh, why is the Nami E already used?
Let's see.
Reset for Ayla to try and match this, but I think he's going to be a little late.
Or
let's see.
what am I looking at?
Spots out the lines is over the wall, as you said.
I guess the Nami is not on him. It's just some weird. Okay, so look. First off, why the hell is CEO getting caught like this? Like, why is he still moving this way? He just needs to, like, stay here in this pocket. And if he goes up this way, then, like, whatever. Like, I'll get to him still, right? But he oh my god. He should be dead. I mean, this is bad. This is a bad swap idea because he didn't hit level 2. And the Wukong, for some odd reason, went this way versus just going this way, which would have been faster as well, by the way. And all that matters is that you're here. Like, if you want to try to cut him off if you can, but, like, he's already late, so it's whatever, right? So Wukong's, like, a little late to this play. He actually would have been on time for this. That's stupid. This should not have worked this way.
Vector. Ayla sees it all.
The root on the attack from Ayla meant that you immediately get the return auto attack from Odie because he's still in place, which means he then ends up taking up the tower. Can't actually get the dive on towards the very low health Kazante and finish flash away. So Ayla, the hero there on the bottom side, and now look at the level difference.
Should not have worked that way.
He's in a great spot as Summon's going to try trading Snowball, but that wave is pushing out from him and he's now very low.
So has to be second. That's on one cooldown. So no slice back getting out of dodge. With the start playing at least twice through for the meantime. Remember, every time Kane goes in, he gets a free gloom rocket. Now level 3, someone's trying to abuse that, but I don't know where anyone is, especially Ayla on the way up. If he misses again, could be dangerous.
Yeah, Lions just have there's the damage.
Down, like that's good damage. Someone has to flash away. It's match time. Look at the first one. Almost finds it. Lions with the air.
That's a good last second heal. Hold on. Before they even get further into this,
Get some turret plating, or at least tries to for the meantime.
where's the wave bot?
Which means Kazante
Because they crashed, he received.
going to try and trade against Snowball, but that wave is pushing out.
He should. The Kazante should be basing, like especially if this is like.
On towards the very low health Kazante and flash away. So the hero there on the bottom side, and now look at the level difference. Sniper level 3 to someone's level 2. He's in a great
This is a little awkward.
spot.
I mean, the Kazante, that's the okay. This the problem is like because this is pushing out, right? So top's pushing out, and this wave's pushing out. If he bases, their base is like pretty delayed, so like you're gonna drop CS this way, which sucks. Of course, the Kazante could base and TP here, but at the same time, maybe it's too late to actually fight on this wave. You know what? Maybe this is fine in the end because if they try to do it the other way, it's just
Summer's going to try and trade against.
it's just not going to be ideal.
That wave is pushing out from him, and he's now very low.
So has to be second. That's on one cooldown. So no slice back getting out of dodge. With the start playing at least twice through for the meantime. Remember, every
And the
time
Nami's going
Kane
top to
goes
help
in,
the Renekton, so it's just
he gets
Lucian
a
bot.
free gloom rocket. Now level 3. Someone is trying to abuse that, but doesn't know where anyone is, and especially with Ayla on the
No,
way
all
up.
they need to do is the Renekton just needs to chill out, not actually run into him, and wait on his C's. Like, this is stupid. Like, if Summit just played on the wave without putting himself in any situation that he could get picked here, they could actually kill the Jinx.
Wait, the zap does good damage indeed. Someone has to flash away. It's match Tomo looking for first blood, almost finds it. Lions
Yeah, they could have done that.
He's invisible for now. Pops on out. Bonk on the head. Almost and flow.
And what is Quid doing? Quid is just like in this guy's face the entire time.
More fight, more fight, more fight. Odie is here. He gets over the wall. He's invisible for now. Pops on out. Bonk on the head. Almost gets Kane. Reflected away from the Mistral Ball.
Bruh.
Odie gets first blood. What do you outplay from mid?
Barely Kane is able to survive in the middle, getting him something that is very nice.
Nice kill for them. Really nice kill for them.
Summit behind though. He committed a lot to try and get towards that top side and gets forced out. The wave is still pushing away from him. Tomo has
They're still going top side.
So it's mid and jungle to AD carry for 7 in the right spot. But the top lane definitely favored one of these.
And again, for Sniper, it's a new experience for this whole series. Someone's just been whacking on lane, and we talk about it. The swappers come through, and hopefully Sniper takes an easier time to attack. I think the biggest thing about this lane swap, as you said, is the fact that Summit's behind when he was so pivotal in game 2. When in this series, Summit with a lead has caused a lot of distress for 100 Ps. That also plays a part here in his lane swap.
Summit's behind 4-7, so this is going to show a completely different dynamic. I don't want to try and play this game, but we're now moving deep into position.
Very odd.
Lions is nearby. It's not river.
Yeah, River's going to be 1v2. 1v3, so he might have to flash get to the wall. River flashing away from the river. There's comic relief there somewhere. Well, he's still not level 60 yet before, but top playing second will have to play out the way.
And somebody still needs relief. He's not gotten out. This wave is pushing in so difficult, and even River just walk back around.
And then Nami joins in lanes with the Renekton, which is like not the greatest. And then of course, which is interesting, is that the Lucian gets to push this out because Sniper decided to base walk back instead of TP. States TP. And yeah, it's just kind of unexpected for the Lucian to just... The Lucian walked over the vision, so he knows Lucian's coming up. But he knows Lucian is basically here at this point. And then he still dies. Yeah, he should never die there. And now that they kept their bot lane upside in a swamp, they get nothing out of it. They actually got literally nothing out of that. The only upside is that Sniper can base TP top and hold this wave and freeze. He could build the wave also and crash, and then play to like move down and contest the dragon, but should be okay.
Yeah, that's where I'm a little nervous because this wave hasn't really been pushed in fully. Tomo just getting to tackle latest. Yeah, there you go. Lord's going to try and set up. Oh, he also just moved his position. I think he's so mixed. He hit 6 off lane, just doesn't quite get it. So that's kind of would have been their goal, but I feel like they were to play or aim for dragon. So I'm going to move back up towards top lane instead. You can see though, this is where Sniper got on 1 player time. 2 levels over his opposition for the moment. So going to take over 6, but still just a massive CS. He's going to help out monumentally for something in this match.
Because Summit unfortunately just hit level 6, so with Dominus, he had almost 5 billion. And more anti-fly potential is, and we're talking about Summit. But in this lane, as he pushes on in, Summit's just going to be able to absorb more and more experience, more and more to CS, getting back into his direction towards the first side. Now, River is past level 6. I think we talked a little bit about jungle earlier on. Back at the 20 CS late for River, because he's just been farming, trying to get the experience gain. Unfortunately,
So the Sniper with his advantage, yeah, it looks like he's just getting a crash and that's it. There's nothing else to it. And bot lane's been really chill, but that's also just because the Nami's had to shift into the Renekton lane a couple times, and so that really dampens what the Lucian could do and get advantage with the Lucian. That was good. Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of a... It's not really much to say, because since they killed the Vex mid, like he obviously he TP's up here, right? And he can either freeze or hold it, and then he's holding it. So like not much is happening there. They got the build, crash, you know, vice versa, and that's really it. Honestly, like River is getting like an invade for the red because his bot lane has that bush. And then this guy spots him here, flashes on him right away. That was good. Now the only downside is they used a lot of key spells, and I don't know if these are going to be up for the grubs. Like they used 4 ultimates, so the grubs should be pretty free for R7 if they decide to fight on these like right away. So, and it looks like they are, so they're gonna get Wise. Go, yes, go. I think he checked the bush just to make sure there was no TP flank ward. And so then for 100, they're like, okay, let's try to get this in return, but the Renekton can always buy time for 1 wave. Okay, now the Nami base, so she's coming down here to help defend just a little bit longer. Wait, why the fuck are we looking at Adi? This guy's dead, by the way. I'm incredibly surprised he didn't die. Oh, Renekton didn't have W. Okay. Because that looks so bad by Ayla. It looks like he doesn't die. They got LeBlanc TP for that. But Vex also TP'd. Which feels...
Wait a minute, 100 things are fully committing to this spot because TP's there, Sniper doesn't want to go.
I really don't care about Vex TPing, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I really think he should just hold his situation. But LeBlanc's answering the TP. So I think what LeBlanc's doing is fine. And I think Wukong overtaking the top wave is pretty chill. Unless Lucian can push mid and then go top and defend that. Okay, they're gonna use Renekton TP, which is ill-advised to use your other TP to cover the other lane, when Wukong could probably just take the wave for 1 timer and then keep your TP on top. Now you have TP disadvantage, and now Cassante has TP advantage. They should try to find something with Cassante. And it looks like that play is going to be the Herald. Because they're already taking over this. So if in this situation, I would already be swapping Cassante bot. You're 2 minutes before Herald. 2 minutes, right? Pre-2 minutes. TP advantage. Go bot lane. Send the Jinx through mid. Or send the Jinx top. If you need to do it this way. Keep the Vex mid. So Vex, Jinx, Cassante. And this looks way better. Like, this will look way, way better. Than what they're doing right now. Well, let's see what happens. Let's see if this plays out the way I think it's gonna play out. So, oh, that's actually way worse. This is way worse than I imagined. Because at this point, they could play defense on the bot side into the Jinx, but I guess for whatever the case is, they've decided to full sack the 3 plates to kill the Cassante. And that's interesting. I did not think they were just going to full sack their bot turret, take the top turret, and go for a kill. And still, 30 seconds prior, he is still going top, even though he is the one with TP. That's funny. And now he pinged, I'm going bot lane. That's so funny. That's a crime. That's a crime. NACL players don't make that mistake, wouldn't be making this mistake, to be honest. And then because... And now they lose the Herald, even though they're the ones who had TP. That's so dumb. That's so dumb. I would not trade Herald just so I can kill the guy bot lane. Like, at least they're getting something out of it still, right? But, like, to me, it's just... I don't know. I don't think it should have went down that way.
This goes on the list for sure. And especially since 100 days from major range from the LCS, this team was expected to come through and have an easy side of the bracket. I'm not so sure anymore. I'm not sure about anything anymore. He has a sniper heavy yet. Well,
welcome to Worlds, lad. It's always a story. Everything looks so written in stone until it's not. Yep.
They should have had someone ready to actually collect this top wave. So once they killed this, like Renekton should still go top. Like they're fine mid. Like the Renekton can just head up there. I mean, I guess he could sit here. Like he should be poised to take the wave. He would have R2. Like there would be no issue. Like he could just fight on this wave and he'd been fine. And it wouldn't look like this. But now we're doing this because Quid overstayed top. And so he dies. So Quid has now had 3 pretty terrible deaths.
So good. R7 again finding just this small goalie for himself. They just need to get the race push out. Dragon in 40 seconds. Quid can TP back into the map, but always concentrate on Summit looking towards that tier 2. May just keep 100 teams away, but Summit's gonna reset. I think he should keep threatening towards the tower. You can actually force push teams into these really awkward situations. It's gonna be sniper. Moving towards the top side, push out that wave. So R7, everyone moving into position.
LeBlanc should do another wave pod. Knowing that Quid was dead, he should do another wave pod. That's good. Now Ian can just look for a good positioning. Like he could just sit here, by the way. I don't know why he's even poking out here. And then for people that can take this wave, the only person who can take this wave is him. And he can't take it safely. So, like, you should just be pulling the dragon already. Like, pull the dragon. If they start hitting your mid turret, it kind of is what it is. Like, you just have to make your decision around this, because...
And he's strong. See, Kana is pushing out that bot side. He's on the right side of the map here. And once he's done with it, he moves to the second Drake.
The thing is, they could just run... Can they just run into the mid lane at this point? Black Cleavers, Under Sky. Kind of. Yeah, I mean, they're playing Lucian with 2 items as well. I think whatever they're searching for here is a little weird. They should probably just be moving this way with Summit, like, in the front. So, like, if he hooks in, like, he's gonna get, like, stunned and then also blasted, just like how Summit is gonna get, like, attempted, like, to be blasted, but he has TP. So, like, if he gets low, he's out. If he gets low, he's back in. And then LeBlanc will take over this space, so if they try to come back into here, then there's LeBlanc, right, who can, like, defend this. But because they're, like, half, like, split, it's just awkward. So, like, we can't take the mid wave, which is bad. Like, the Lucian's just randomly here. And then at this point, it looks like we should just be pulling drag, but we're still defending the, like, the vision line. So now, like, we're playing to, like, fight. And then Quid just, like, randomly walks in and then loses all of his life. And then Summit, like, ints here. Like, he definitely should have been able to kill River there. That was ridiculous. Like, don't get me wrong, R7 has good tools to make something happen, but they fumbled it, and then 100 fumbled.
There's a lot of intensity in that room, but 100 Thieves becomes quiet.
Well, if that isn't every LA fan right now, I don't know what body's not there, but we're getting there. This could be the moment that we take down DNA representing our second ever win at an international event, and over 100 Thieves would be such a monumental way to start your Worlds in 2024.
And it would be insane to win the second ever best of an international. More insane than first ever against America. I know people online saying they're hyped for next year, now they're getting more and more hyped. I mean, R7 have been scaling for many years. 16 championships of scaling. This is like me finally getting plat after 10 years from gold. This is obviously a much bigger glow up. This is an insane one. But 100 Thieves know how to find out how they stop this. River's damage is done by Sayo.
Both sides are shoved for R7 side. 100 needs to move Viego into the side, preferably top side, and move with the Vex. It's hard to contest through mid because you're playing Viego, so you need to be contesting through side. Otherwise, your Vex is just going to drop farm perma. Asante had a nice solid push, so you can shift over, which is good. I mean, he showed the Lucian and everything, so this was fine by him. Drags in 2 minutes, so Viego should just clear up. We don't have vision on Baron. And then we randomly go for the hook mid, and then we're throwing ourselves, but like, this never... I'm gonna be honest, this never looked good to me, because we still need to recover the top wave, so we're clearly looking for a one-time thing here. And
I just have to grasp
what happens if he
the
hits
root
the
of what we're
Wukong?
looking at now.
I mean, this guy is flash, by the way. Like, the chances of, like, landing your hook against Wukong or Lucian is really small. And if he hooks the Wukong clone, now he's just in a really bad spot.
The weakest team is not going to get drawn in. Isla went over the wall for that shadow surge onto Sayer with
And
a
then
charge, but
Quid goes in, and yeah, he does a lot of damage, but it's like nobody can reach.
He's safe for now. Quid doesn't get a reset. A culling there, but
So Quid dies. He's dead. And River now has... Yeah, I mean, he has flash. Like, it is what it is.
It's a messy fight, but Sayer gets out. He spaces River until now. River has another reset. It's not looking good. R7 have to be careful, but River has dove deep into enemy lines. So
it ends up not being nearly as bad as I thought, but it was just such an unnecessary look. Or maybe it was a necessary look, because it seems like 100 doesn't understand how to use Viego inside for the Vex, and so the Vex is the one who's sacking to make the play on mid to fix the fact that they're playing Viego. So it's like kind of weird, no? Like, you're using your mid laner to fix your Viego contesting powers on mid, but you should be using the Viego to fix the Vex's issues with side laning in top.
He knows that he could be the difference maker here. He can step below you on the flank. His position is when North America weeps. Tries to the peg, but the calling does. Ori, Cyclone's in, but nothing else. Cyclone now down. Halo at half HP. R7, walk it back. This is perfect for Rocket Thieves.
And we look at what these guys do. It's like,
things for sure.
we took the drag. Who has TV? No one. We don't have vision on Baron.
That's an expensive one.
These guys could go to Baron and start doing it and pulling it.
R7 in the end. The last kill.
And then, yeah, they should be pulling Baron. Actually, they should be pulling Baron right now. Like, if they know that there's no vision on this, they should be pulling, and then Vex can just sit here. And when they get in, and they're gonna have to get in, then you just pull. Then you go with Vex, all in, and see what you can get. And if you get Jinx snowball kills, then you win. They should try that. I don't think, like, R7 should have gone so unpunished for just doing the drag that way. And then, like, 100's just kind of like giving them the evil eye on mid wave, but it's like, whatever. Hold on. So now, after they successfully ran away, both junglers dipped to do some farm. Now we're back on mid waves contesting. The thing is, like, R7's contests, it's only good if, one, the Lucian's already, like, clearing the wave a little bit, and so he can press. But he can't press that well because he doesn't have flash, so, like, they should be kind of chilling out a little bit more. And
you're right, and with Cyclone not available as well, remember, even if he comes, he doesn't have some backup tool. Dredgeline against the wall, the depth charge onto Kana. He's running for his life. He doesn't want to throw, but Shadow Surge connects in the backline. Quid tries to find him.
so his full burst is not enough. And this guy had flash, so Quid is now stuck yet again in another bad position. And what's going on with Tomo? Tomo seems to be DPSing left side. Huh? Wait. So immediately looking at this is whatever to me as an 80. I toss my R, if it doesn't hit, it doesn't hit. I'm fighting this guy. And so you're just gonna space into this. No one's gonna reach you. Unless Wukong is coming into you, you're fine. And explain to me, where are we going? What are we doing? Why is he so focused on this? It's not his job as the AD to focus on this. He's to hit the first person he sees. And so, like, now he's like melee range, and so he doesn't want to go upwards, I guess, because he's scared of Renekton. And then he so happens to get caught, and he just kills himself. That's crazy. Because that fight, regardless of Quid inting, is still playable if Jinx, like, just DPS's the Renekton like a normal person. Like, watch. Like, he's all in, no one's following the Vex. That's his own play at this point. Now we're all turning on Summit, and we're gonna fight it. Right? But now my Jinx is just in a terrible spot, because now he's south of everyone. And now Adi can just kill him.
the opportunity to turn on towards Sale as well. And Sniper helping him this entire time. River can barely hold on. These fights always 4 for 5. When it's R7 again, who are slowly coming out on top. One kill, one little bit. And as he says, everything for Kane.
Yeah, I don't know. This is not a good. This has not been a good series for Tomo. At least, like, in terms of, like, mid-late performance and, like, fights, it has not been a great game. For laning phase, it's been fine. Like, they've definitely just been beating R7's duo lane, so, like, they've done their job in laning phase. Fighting-wise, it's been kind of whatever. So if I'm R7, you know, like, once they win this fight, they have TPs on, and enemy team is doing a terrible job at getting side farm. It's surprising to see them not actually push out bot more with the Renekton. And River's like...
But it's 100 Thieves desperately trying to get this mid lane turn.
River's just been in, like, a lot of awkward spots. Even though he's not, like, fine, he's just been in a lot of awkward spots. Now they're fishing for a pick. Ayla's like, yeah, Ayla's definitely, like, way caught out. And then Quid is just, like, trying to help, but it's, like, kind of awkward. Oh, this guy's going fucking for everything. Close. Close.
River wants to try and go forward, but he can't get in.
See, the thing is, CEO could flash in and kill Tomo, but if he ever dies, like, it's still just like a full-on lost fight because Viego overtakes, right? So that was a stun by R7. Yeah, I don't need to see the replay.
It's crazy. The huge amount of this is coming down to, like, minute things for Sniper, where he's pulling people away that are necessary in these fights. White space for Tomo, white space so they can deal damage for River. There's, like, River, he resets so consistently onto key carries, helping him to close space onto Sale, who's bringing everything to try and get away from him. But it is now a reset. The waves are being pushed in. Is over? No. And as you can see, the probability power AWS, we don't know why this is going. It's got open, it's gone down to the left and right, and Ayla's hook has found a way towards the
So they get the drag. It was free. And his team has Baron. They're playing top mid. They let the bot wave slip. Is this actually a good power play by them? I mean, they need to answer bot, and they should, and Cassante doesn't have TP. There's no TPs on any. So Cassante should finish out this top turret. He should push another wave, the Vex should start pushing bot, and then we should just shift over this way. No? And play on the Vex? Going it down? I mean, he doesn't have TP, which is an issue, but they don't have TPs either.
No.
So you can siege the mid turret slowly. Because here comes the Cassante shift, and then we're still afraid to contest the mid wave, and we're not taking the bot wave, so now we're all in on the mid wave. And then we let the top wave slip, so now we don't have either side wave to play on. And then we just randomly killed ourselves on mid. That is crazy! How is that even a thing? How do we have Baron, and we go from having Baron to losing 3 people on a mid T1 with no sideways to play on? That's like... their brains just exploded. Like, their brains actually exploded from that play. That makes no sense. That was so bad.
Quid still does work despite his scoreline might say. One hook from Ayla could be the difference maker here. There is so much that right on these next few moments.
Lose so much health too.
Reset coming through, R7 on towards the top. They're pushing against them, but the wave gets cleared out so quickly at this stage. It's so hard to try and move on.
Definitely, I need...
They should have someone escorting that mid wave.
Yes, send the Renekton.
They're gonna take up that mantle.
Push this wave in, and then he can pressure with a flank. But the problem is, like, so... I feel like this is like one of those situations where you're just playing for sums and a pick, and if nothing happens, it is what it is. And seeing as how they're basing from this situation and Vex is pushing out bot, they should send someone bot to crash, like, to, like, at least like push it down more and just play off that. I feel like they're over grouping to make this happen. When it's just not like you don't have. Well, they do it this way, and because they do it this way, it's just more awkward. They get the top turret much faster than they usually would by doing it this way. And then the only option now is to just. I mean, it's literally just to do this. It's just mid top and has someone push like so he's going bot because he's like, well, we kind of need this. So now they're recognizing it rather late, and that kind of sucks. Because now we just kind of wasted some time. We rushed for the top tier 2. The main difference, all I can say is the main difference from this situation is that if he pushes bot out this way, this is already in a good state no matter what because it's like supers. And then you kind of just like stall out here, or maybe like you stall here. Like you're not going to advance as far yet. And so they're going to try to look for a quick play here, right? Like it's the only thing they can do. They're going to look for a quick play. You chill out. And then once his wave is around here, they have to start responding to this guy. So now there's no more quick play. So now they have to send people numbers here. But then they also need numbers here because of the supers. And then they need numbers here. It's a really hard situation for them to deal with. And with their comp, like, they have to descend. But, okay, he killed himself, cool. But they didn't. They took the top tier 2 right away. And then they had to recover bot. So they got this pick because R7. Oh, because Audi went in. Audi doesn't need to go in, by the way. Like, this guy's actually straight up dying to Cole. LeBlanc is dead. So any fight is good for 100 if it turns out well. And then this guy gets hit by Vex. Quid still dies. Oh, he doesn't die. Wow, he doesn't die. And so they need to send someone to recover top. That has to happen. So Kasante's going top to recover. Baron and Dragon are both going up, and it's Drag Soul. They decide... Wait, they send... Well, they sent Quid because he was low anyways. And he has TP. But he's never going to stop Connected from taking this. And then they lose the top in him, and they lose Dragon Soul. That's really bad. That's really bad.
If you're 100 you're praying for a miracle. Can overextend again. Say you'll take a step too far. Need a flashing something that can bring this back.
You're a fan of Radiant's, I think you could be had a heart attack. You're on watch. You know, sense of love for the fans of both these teams. Anxiety through the roof. I'm anxious just watching it. I've had half a clue what's been going on half the time. And R7 look for their final touch on the... Oh, God!
Jesus Christ. And Tomo has flash too, and he just dies like that. And he's like the majority of their damage, by the way. So like if Tomo's gone, like they just can't. They can't win a fight. Wukong is so fast, by the way, because the Cloud Soul, like, look at him zoom.
The LLA! Breaking history, breaking heads, and breaking North America's hearts! Making history here and winning a best of 3 is...
Crazy. So, let's start with this. MVP. Pretty sure it's Keen. Keen and Audi. I think these guys definitely did pretty well for what this was. For 100, like the worst player per game, or for the game, I mean, I don't even necessarily want to blame Quid on this fully. I mean, okay, the early game is definitely on Quid, and that made shit pretty rough. And Tomo also is definitely in here. Like he had some really key moments. He could have just won out super easily, and he just fucked it up completely. The MVP of the series is a lot harder to choose. It's definitely not the bot lane. It's not their bot lane. It's not Quid. Keen or Audi? It's not Summit either. He was good, but like it's not him either. I think for the series, I mean, they all had their inting moments. I'm not gonna lie, so I'm probably gonna put it to him for now. I think overall this is a very low level series. It's definitely way lower than I expected, to be honest, but it is what it is, and we'll see how they do against Shogun's team. I I know Shogun's team is kind of like an inting team, so it could be pretty beneficial for 100. Let's see. All right, thanks for watching.